Thank you for calling the Washington, D.C. office of Senator Padilla. Currently, all of our staff are assisting other callers or our office is closed. Please leave a message including your name and contact information. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shahid Buttar. I'm calling from San Francisco, and I'm calling to ask you to perform oversight of the Department of Justice and encourage the department to drop its unconstitutional case against Julian Assange. I and many others are deeply concerned about the ramifications that prosecuting journalists and publishers for exposing American war crimes will have, not just on our civil liberties, but also on our foreign policy and human rights around the world. President Biden promised that he would end Trump's attacks on the press, yet his administration has indicated that it will continue to seek Assange's extradition. The prosecution of Julian Assange creates a dangerous precedent that could, if left unfettered, prevent journalists from holding our government accountable. You've sworn an oath of office to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I implore you to follow it. Please protect our First Amendment and force the Department of Justice to drop its illegal case against Assange immediately. Thank you for your time. You can reach me at shahid.buttar@gmail.com. Thanks for your service.
That was so thorough, and you added your contact information at the end, and that was great. That was great. Thank you so much.
I would encourage people to leave your contact information, because it's one thing to leave a message, but if you force them to get back to you, that's kind of what, when you leave your contact information, you're setting up an
That's a good suggestion. Yeah. I just assumed they're not even going to, it never even occurred to me that anybody on the other end of the phone would call back.
But it is not an unfair assumption but if I may offer just a sort of method suggestion here.
Sure.
Calls to Washington matter. They matter a little bit. What matters a lot, what will actually ensure that you get a response, is if you write a letter that your neighbors co-sign. So leave your messages today. The telethon's a great idea. We should go beyond it. And if you're fired up by what you've learned today on the telethon and you want to take a further step, write a letter, paraphrase the concerns that you've heard. If there's something that one of the speakers today has said that really resonated with you, just paraphrase it in a letter and shop it around to your neighbors. And if you can even get 3 or 4 people to sign your letter with their addresses to prove that they're constituents, and you co-sign that letter and you send it in to Washington, you're going to get a response, because it's a different thing when you approach your legislators and policymakers as a group, because instead of them perceiving you as an individual constituent who they might ignore or send a form letter to, they're going to perceive a group with an articulated interest either as an opportunity for some constituents to co-opt or as a threat. And we are at the point where we need to be escalating. We can't just be asking and pleading for the attention of our representatives. Sending these letters in groups sends an implicit threat as well as a carrot. And I would just invite, your listeners to consider that as a further step you might take.
No, it's great. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.